Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome here. If you're back, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope your Easter was absolutely everything you imagined. I know mine was. Matter of fact, today still is Easter. Here. Wanted to talk to you guys today about this. Is this mermaid or just mermaid? What you get in this here, this is the Tarte. They call these vaults now. You're getting, this is actually the set that they sent to most of the YouTubers as PR, and you're actually able to buy them now, which I thought was pretty cool. And this is the second one I've gotten. The first one was the Park Avenue Princess set, and that was the bronzer. And what else was in that? Bronzer. There was some lip products. You can actually look that up on Tarte.com, and you can see exactly what is in that set. What's in this set here is you get the exposed lip color. You get the Mermaid glitter gel, which, guys, I was a little put off with this. It looks just like the top shows. Let me open it up. It's hard to show on camera because it is white. It looks almost like snow. Oh, there you go. You get a good view of it. It is, I want to go to town. Let me show you what it is. It's almost like hair gel. It's got the consistency of hair gel, and you can kind of rub it in, and that's the look you get. It's more, I would say, more of a body gel type product. I don't like the smell of it, as it has kind of a, I can't even describe it. To me, it reminds me of a glue smell. That kind of paint-like glue smell. And if I don't wipe it off now, I will have this stuff absolutely everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. I did a look with this, and that was one of the looks that got lost during the whole camera snafu. Sorry about my hair, guys. And this really dark foundation. I'm doing a foundation test out, and wanted to just get into this and do an eye look for you guys real quick. But it comes with the Mermaid jewels. These are all self-adhesive stickers kind of things for your body. They're actual jewels. They stick up about that far. You can see them. This I thought was just absolutely pretty right there. I thought about using that for a look. I did use some of these for a look. They're hard to see on camera, as they are very see-through. Can you see how there's like stop sign shaped pieces in there? They make a very cool fish scale look, and that's what I had done. The cruelty-free lashes are in the colors pink, teal, and purple. They do have a little bit of black in them. As you can see there, they are so pretty, but they are very heavy, and they do have kind of a heavy band. For that type of lash, it's not really heavy. But on to the next part. You got this pretty little pink bow right here. And when you untie this bow, it shows you exactly what's in this box. And it rotates out. I'm trying to hold this and do it here, because it's so big. It's hard to sit this down and show you because I don't really have the room for it. It opens up in 3 sections right here. And the very bottom section, I've already taken them out. I'll show you in a minute. The brushes that come with it. You get the holographic gloss here, which is very, very pretty. It's that, everything is so hard to get out of here. Let's see if I can find something to pop it out with. Usually I can pop a brush in here and pop it right out, but it is not. It's not. I don't want to break a nail. Doesn't that sound familiar? That's what all women say, I guess. I cannot get it out. I will have to ask my husband to pop these out for me. The palette is a little easier. It comes with the light camera lashes in the mermaid color, and the cutest little thing, it comes with the lash curlers with the fins, and this is also how the brushes are. Show you those. That is that for the box there. Let's go ahead and pop that back down here. The lid on. I'm going to set that back down here. And we're going to grab this and see what we can do with this eyeshadow here. It is a very pretty clamshell shape, and it's padded. It's like a pleather kind of shape, and it has a really pretty color. I believe it has 16 shades in this thing, and I know what you're thinking. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 14 shades. The reason why they get them in here, they are tiny. This is my pointer finger right there, and my nails are not that long. So you get, it's about, I would say, ½ inch high. Let me grab a brush here. This is my little concealer, the 3D Kabuki concealer brush, just to kind of give you an idea. And that is a tiny little brush. They're very small. They have very pretty colors, though. I absolutely love these colors. Let's check these out and see what you get. I have done a few looks with these, and I have to admit, I really like this as far as for an eye look, because I love teal for eyeshadows. I think they are so pretty. Let me grab some primer for my eyes real quick. Sorry, guys. I have been using this Tarte, the Silk Canvas Primer for my face, my lips, my eyes, everything. And I will tell you, this is amazing stuff. I had a little sore right here that started from a blemish, and I used this on it, and it was gone in no time. I didn't purposely do it, but I used this actually as the last stage of my skincare. There we go. That just really helps the, I don't double dip, I keep switching fingers. And it really, it just leaves kind of a, not a greasy feel, but just a very smooth feel to it. It is made with silk, and it's supposed to actually protect your skin from the elements. I'm going to go ahead and pull you guys just a little bit closer. Sorry about, God, I am not liking how this is looking. The foundation I have on is very dark. And this is their light color. Go figure. All right, I'm going to go ahead first of all and take just a little bit of RCMA powder. That is just no color powder. And I'm just going to take this with a big fluffy brush. And this is actually the Kylie Jenner brush number 15. I bought 2 of the brushes from her. I got this one, which is just a nice little fluffy brush. And I got the blush, I think it's the number 5. It's the contour, the slanted contour-y kind of brush. I'm going to go ahead and just set that primer down with that. Let me see if I can get you guys in a little better position here with the mirror so I can see as well as you can what we are doing here. Okay, where's my color switch? I'm in the middle of redoing everything on my table, including the shelving and everything around it, and it has been honestly a complete nightmare trying to do this. But grab my color switch, and I'm going to go in. This is just my fluffy Morphe brush. I am going to be starting to use the new brushes here probably in the next video, so I can start telling you guys what number brushes. I'm going to first go into the lightest matte color in here, which is Sandbar. I'm going to dip into that, and I'm just going to come in slightly above. I have very hooded eyes, so when I say my crease, I'm actually coming into that section above it. There we go. And into my natural crease, I will work it, and then work it slightly up. What I'm doing is giving myself a little depth in the eye, because I naturally don't have any, and I'm keeping this to the outer half of that eye. Actually, the outer 3/4 really, just to kind of give myself some depth. There is a lot of fallout in the palette, as you can see when I dip in. You do get a lot of fallout, but once you tap it off, it's not that bad. I'm not getting a ton of fallout onto my skin. I've already done my face, so hopefully we won't get any. I've got that down, and I'm just going to come in, and I'm going to take my, this is the Ulta color switch and I'm going to brush that off. There was a little bit of white powder on the bottom of that. There we go. And I'm going to take that and just kind of work that just at the top to soften that line where I laid that down, because you're really wanting this as your, they say transition shade, but what it is when you're blending colors, if you watch the video that I did with the Ame, all the color purples, you start out with a lighter color and you build to that. And if you watch my Natasha Denona palette, I really go into how I do that. Sorry, the edge of the mirror is kind of in here, but I really wanted you to be able to see a little better how I do this. I'm going to go in with a little tighter brush. It's another fluffy brush, but it's a little tighter. And this is going to go into Shipwreck, which is kind of this burgundy color right here. Just going to grab that, and I'm going to kind of darken that outer V right here. Just kind of darken that, and I'm going to come up a little bit into here. If I lean my head back, you can see a little bit more how I'm doing that. Just kind of coming in there. Always make sure to pat off your brush. We'll lay that down into that outer corner, and then work that as after I get it down where I want it. That's when I really start working back and forth with those windshield wiper motions. You don't want to come up too high because we're using this area to blend it seamlessly up into the top. I'm going to come over on the other side and do the same thing. Just tap that first tapping into the outer V and then working it up into, actually at this part I am working more into my natural crease right here. And the reason for that is I'm just deepening that area. Once I come back in with the other brush, I will start to blend that back in again. I'm leaving this entire area right here open so I can add another color or two. I have kind of an idea what I want to do with this look. I think it's going to come out pretty. It's a little different than what I have been doing with this. I've had this palette, I think, for about 2 weeks now, and I've been kind of playing around with it. Now I'm going to brush all of my extra off, and I'm once again going to go in, I'm going to lift my eyelid this time, and I'm just going to come very low into that, and just, I don't want to come up. I'm just blending that darker color off right here. You can kind of blend it here. You can even come and kind of, if you have too much, you can kind of blend it down. Don't worry about getting it down into this area because we are going to put a little bit of shadow in that area here in a minute. Just blending that in. What I'm doing is blending that darker color a little more seamlessly into that lighter first color that we use. And see how that's just giving it a really nice blended. Don't have as much over here. Sorry guys, this side's a little darker. There we go. Just kind of giving that a seamless kind of transition from my skin color to the lighter color to the darker color. Now, you're not going to be completely seamless, and when they say blending, yes, you're blending it off and making it where you don't notice the color change as much, but you will notice it. Your skin is not blue, your skin's not red, your skin's not burgundy. You're going to notice it. Blending skills come with time. I'm coming back in with that first fluffy brush. Focus, there you go. Coming in with that first fluffy brush, and I'm coming up kind of high, concentrating that on that outer part right here, just to kind of blend that. I want to make sure I have that nice and blended up to here. I'm leaving the lighter area, and if you go up too high, don't worry about it. You're going to highlight that brow bone with a lighter color. Let me get a little bit more color right in here. It doesn't seem to be. I think I put a little bit more primer on this side. That touch of primer really just grabs the color. There we go. Gives it a nice blend there. Now I'm going to come in. This is when I'm going to come in with my real pop of color. If I can find my brush. I need to clean my brushes. When I get down to that, I always get messy. I'm going to come in now to Splash. This is that teal color. I'm coming in with a nice flat brush, and this brush, I'm coming in first dry. Now I'm going to pat that in. I don't want to wet it yet because I just want to use this kind of to lay down color. It does have a shimmer to it. Not a lot. It's more, you can see it's kind of, let me show you here. There we go. It's got a shimmer to it, just a light, but it's a real pretty teal. And what I'm doing is using that as just a light base because I'm going to put a color on top of that. I don't want to go super, super dark with that because I'm using that just to kind of, the color I'm going to put on top of it has a teal duochrome flip to it. And this kind of helps that duochrome to really just pop there. There we go. Now I'm going to take my pencil brush, which is this brush here, and come into this color right here. That was that shipwreck that we used on this outer corner. And I'm just going to use that to kind of blur that line between the two right here. Right between these two. I want to make sure that is blended. Now when I say blended, you want kind of a softer switch between that burgundy brown and the green. You don't want it like a strong line right there. See? You can also come in with a little fluffy brush like this here, and you can kind of brush between the two. See how that just kind of blurs where that ends and the other one begins. And this is just using a clean, this was a clean brush. I'm not picking up any product, as you see. I'm just using it to kind of blur that line right there. See? There we go. Now, the fun part. This is my favorite color out of the palette. And this is when I'm going to grab my MAC Fix Plus in Coconut Scent. I'm going to go ahead and give it a very liberal amount sprayed there. And I always like to kind of shake off the extra because I don't want it to like douse my palette. And I'm going to come in here to that. You don't want so much color that it becomes pasty, but you want enough color, enough moisture where it comes pasty, but you want it enough where it really, when you put it on there, it really shows. See how that's really, you can also, let me show you, you can also take your finger and kind of pop that on there. See how that just gives a little more of a pop on top of that. I think I like it better with my finger, actually. I kind of work between the two, to be honest with you. It depends on the color. You never know what color is going to really show better with a finger compared to that. There we go. Now you'll notice that has a lot, it's not really showing on camera, but as I turn my eye, it's going to turn from a kind of brown, almost matching this color here, into that pop of teal. I absolutely love this color. There we go. And I'm going to take the same brush, this flat brush, and the edge of it, and I'm going to pop that right into that same color. And actually, sorry, I'm going to pop that into Splash, which is that teal. And I'm going to come right under this bottom and pop that right into there, right up against that lash line. Now you can also take this and you can kind of pat it on top of that to kind of give it a little more depth to it. You don't want a whole lot because you don't want to, I'm going back and forth. I just picked up this, what is it called? Splash. And I'm going into Bubbles right here. And this brush is still kind of moist, and I'm popping that on there. The reason why I'm doing that is I'm trying to get away from that, so much of that blue, and I want to bring a little pop of green back into that. There we go. And I'm using the green for underneath my lash line to give it some really pretty color. There we go. Also, I like to top this look off with there we go. You can pop in some black into your waterline, but what I like to use is I think it's called Deep End. Yeah, it's Deep End by Urban Decay. That's what I'm going to be putting in, and that is this color right here. That is so pretty under there. But before we get to that, I'm going to clean this brush off very, very well. The thing about this palette, I don't really like the fact they don't give you really a highlight. This is not really, to me, kind of a highlight color. That's kind of too bronzy for me in that corner. Let me show you. But I do like to take it and put it right with that same brush right here on the bottom lash line, just to give it a little pop right there. I don't bring it over into the corner. I just think that's a little too dark for my personal taste as a highlight in the inner corner. But it does look very pretty on that lower lash line, just to kind of give you a little bit of kind of a break from all these dark colors. There we go. It's very pretty. These colors are all very pretty. Are they different? No. I will say this reminds me so much of a Too Faced eyeshadow palette. It really does. And a matter of fact, the Too Faced has out the Festival palette, which I'm going to be doing a review on here soon. And some of the exact same colors are in there. And I'm going to go ahead and, whoops, if I don't drop everything first, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and pop this into my waterline. And this is just a nice little cross between that blue-green. It really gives you a nice little pop. I like this because the teal kind of color and purples really just kind of make my eyes pop. There's that there. I hope you enjoyed that. I really enjoy doing the eye looks for you guys. This palette, is it something different? Not really. The set, is it worth it? I don't think so. The sets are, I believe those are $177 once shipping and tax and everything. And I just really honestly don't feel it's worth it. But, I mean, it's up to you. I am going to pop just a little bit of color into the inner corner though. And I don't know if you guys have seen these. I want to do a full review on these. These are the Shimmer Veil from Color FX. And this is the color Halo, which I absolutely love this. And I just take this, and it's got that little doe foot applicator, and it's perfect to just pop that little bit of color right there. And that's where I was telling you I like more of a white kind of blue tone for that area. There we go. And with that little doe foot applicator, it winds up being just perfect for that. You can also kind of take it, and I've been known to do this, take it and I go lightly across that brow bone right there and just give it a ever so slightly little, whoops, I missed a little pop right there. There we go. Kind of came down a little farther than I want to. You can also take like a little brush like this. You always see me use this. This is that e.l.f. They call it a concealer brush, but it's so tiny, and it's really good for getting right into that little brow bone area right there. I take it and I put the product where I want it and flip it over and just kind of blend it out right there. You know me, I like my glitters. There you go. It's really showing on this side. This actually has a little more. I don't know if you can tell. There we go. And kind of blend it out. There we go. But that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you guys again, and hope you guys are going crazy, but I have quite a few videos coming out over the next day or two. Probably have 2 or 3 a day, maybe. You never know. Have a great day, guys. I love you. See you soon. Bye.